Welcome back. We're still coming to you live from the Nasrec Expo Center at the G20 Leaders Summit. And the man that we've been waiting for is finally here, the number one resident of the city of Johannesburg, the host of all of the world leaders, Johannesburg Mayor, Mr. Dada Morero. Mayor, welcome. How are you?
Morning.
Um, Most people think of the G20 as the leaders summit, but it's been an ongoing process, I think, since December 2024. And Johannesburg, in particular, has been very, very central when it comes to other follow up and engagements leading up to the G20 summit itself. How has that been for the city itself, the experience of holding, I think, one of the biggest summits that the city will ever host in its history?
Well, for us, it's historical. First, because this is the first G20 ever to be held on African soil. It's an indication that we do have the capacity, and the continent and the world has confidence that Johannesburg could pull this event through. You'd know that over and above, there've been G20 meetings happening throughout the year, different streams, and the majority of those have been hosted in Johannesburg without any form of incidents. But those events and meetings were very well. Hosting the summit this weekend was most important for us to demonstrate once more that we are a country and a city that has capacity to can host these events. And indeed, I believe there will be a huge return on investment in different sectors as a result of the events that we have held, whether it was events around the business, the B20, the Y20, and all sorts of engagements. There will be huge return of investments moving forward. We've also created and demonstrated that Johannesburg is indeed a gateway also towards Africa and African markets. So I suspect a whole lot of countries will now have access to African markets through the platform created in Johannesburg.
The overarching kind of messaging coming from the residents of the city was the issue of service delivery. Where they go online or you speak to people one on one, they're saying, we're seeing these major improvements to our roads, to infrastructure, traffic lights, security and safety coming up so strongly. Is it because of the G20? Are we going to be seeing the same kind of vigor and energy coming from the city to continue maintaining the infrastructure of the city and having these, visibility of safety officials and everything that we've been seeing leading up to the summit itself?
Well, we are now on gear number 5, meaning that we're accelerating. We are moving much faster to ensure that we reclaim the city of Johannesburg. We made that commitment at our Khotla last year, November. Let's reclaim Johannesburg through 3 priorities in particular, which is crime prevention and bylaw enforcement, a service delivery, and the third one being financial sustainability. Those 3 main priorities, we have then outlined what are the key issues under each of those priorities, and we are focused. We are not going to drop the ball. In fact, you'll see more acceleration moving forward beyond this G20.
I want to come back to a very, very important aspect, and maybe this could be my last question. The legacy projects from the G20. Do we have an idea of what those are, the key takeaways that the citizens can still enjoy after the G20 has come and gone? And also just a message to the residents of the city who have enjoyed traffic and all kinds of road closures.
Well, to the surprise of many, traffic was not so difficult because our roadwork network is quite vast and allows for people to can connect. Traffic was there, but very minimal. And that is why there was not such an outcry, because South African citizens understands the importance of hosting such an event, because there will definitely be a return on investment, whether in the tourism sector. We'll see that as part of the legacies coming out of this event, relationships between local business, foreign business. It's one of the key takeaways that we are going to see. But importantly is the declaration that all of us are taking out from the summit, which refers in the main positioning Africa much, much better in world and global politics. One being the reforms, debt reforms, which are critical for the benefit of the African continent, issues around climate change, and how to also deal with issues around resources, natural resources, to benefit countries around beneficiation and all sorts of things. So I think there's quite a lot that will comes out of the summit as a result of the declaration, which should then benefit citizens in South Africa and, of course, throughout the African continent.
A message to our good friends in the Western Cape, Cape Town, who thought they could be hosting the G20 summit. What do you like to say to them?
Cape Town would not have been able, at least just from road infrastructure, to have managed easier. It's quite small, and the infrastructure on the road, it's smaller. Yes, they've got the sea, they've got Table Mountain. It's an important city of Africa, of South Africa, in fact. But Johannesburg, in this case, was better placed to host such an event.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
There you have it. We're still coming to you live from the G20 Leaders Summit here in Johannesburg. Just spoken to the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, also Mr. Dada Morero. Very, very happy about the work that they've put in what I think we can all agree is a very, very successful G20 summit. And we'll be here giving you the latest coming from the last day of the G20 Leaders Summit. You can follow us on Salam Media for the latest breaking news and updates. Otherwise, bye for now. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.